Hello, and welcome to a Fallout 76 episode. Today I'm going to show you the most popular character build in the game, the Bloodied build. It's not just acquiring a bloodied weapon and using it. Yes, you can get a little bit more damage if your character is at low health, but I'm going to show you the steps on how to get the best bloodied build out there. Now, the first thing you want to start with is the proper mutation. So you can go to a player vending machine and purchase Adrenal reaction serum. Now you can get it in-game if you manage to randomly get it being irradiated, but we're going to pop an adrenal reaction serum, and I'm going to show you in your stats what the effect is of having this mutation. Now if you look at adrenal reaction, you're getting plus weapon damage at low health points. That's the key, low health points. Next up is going to be the 3 best perk cards for having a bloodied build. The first perk card is under luck, and it's called Serendipity. While below 30% health, gain a 45% chance to avoid damage. And it is 3 stars. The next card is Nerd Rage under Intelligence. While below 20% health, gain 40 damage resistance and 20% damage and 15% AP regen. Endurance, 1 point. Radical. The greater your rad, the greater your strength. Maximum plus 5 strength. So those 3 cards, Radical, Nerd Rage, and Serendipity. Nerd Rage being probably the most important. You have to keep your health below 20% for this card to kick in. So in terms of your overall health, you're going to have to think in reverse. You want to be almost completely irradiated. You want to soak up as many rads as possible to that 20% mark for Nerd Rage to kick in and Radical to give you the extra strength. So you can increase your rads a little at a time by soaking in irradiated water. Oh, we got a friend in the background. So I'm getting about 30 rads. I don't want to overdo it or get killed by the Grafton Monster before I can get Nerd Rage to kick in. You can also drink the water. And of course, I think I have forgotten to take off the perk card that stops me from getting irradiated from drinking water. So let me adjust the perk cards really quick. Take off Lead Belly, and I've already taken off Aqua Girl. So this is going to give me some rads. Now you can also drink Toxic Goo, Glowing Blood, all of those things. Another quick source of radiation are the petrified corpses that you see all over the wasteland. And I know there's one over here by the diner. And we get a little bit of rads off that. And then there's my favorite way of doing it, and that is using your trusty sidearm, the Gamma Gun. As you can see, it's going to give me about 125 rads probably per shot. So I'm going to ramp up my radiation rather quickly. So let's do this. Just aim it at the ground and fire away. And there's Nerd Rage that just kicked in on the left. So we are definitely below the 20% health right now. We have our bloodied build. So as you can see, you are almost completely irradiated with a very tiny bit of health. Now that's going to increase the damage of your weapons that you have, whether it's a bloodied or a non-bloodied. You're obviously going to get an advantage for having a bloodied weapon. So I'm going to go and see what we can get for damage-wise on the Grafton Monster, but I almost killed myself because if I was to step in the water, it's going to completely irradiate me and kill me. So I have to go back to my perk cards. You do not want any more radiation. So you want to put Aqua Girl and Iron Stomach back on. And let's see what kind of damage we can get killing the Grafton Monster with one of our shotguns. I think we have a Bloodied shotgun. Okay, that's dodgy kicking in. And I'm down. So that just shows you can be killed very quickly. So you either have to have an extremely good melee weapon, or you keep your distance and use a Bloodied ranged weapon. So as you can see, my health has bumped back up a little bit. So I still need to drop my health down a bit to kick in Nerd Rage. So let's use our Gamma Gun again. And there's Nerd Rage. So we're going to get the maximum benefit from everything now. So I have two Bloodied weapons, a massively rare Bloodied Machete, level 1, ready for when we start to prestige our characters in a couple of weeks, and a Bloodied Hardened Combat Shotgun. And the damage on that right now is 333. So let's take this out and see what damage we can do to the Grafton Monster. Now it should show us the hit points, but I wasn't getting it. I was only getting 2 to 6 points per hit, which is pretty low. It should be a lot more. I don't know if this is a game glitch or what. It's a nice level 40 doing 333 damage per hit, but I'm not seeing it in the damage indicator. I also just realized I'm almost out of shotgun shells. And now I am. Let's just, for fun, switch over to the Bloodied Machete. And I think it's getting 85 damage for a little level 1. So let's see. We are seeing the proper damage of 35 to 38 before I died. You're never going to learn unless you experiment, so try a little melee, try a little ranged weapons, experiment with your Bloodied build, and see what you can get that you're happy with. So we've covered mutations, perk cards, and weapons. Next up is body armor. So let's take a look at our stats right now. Okay, we have 10 in strength, 9 in perception, 10 in endurance, 10 in charisma, 5 in intelligence, 10 in agility, and 5 in luck. So let's have a look at the best body armor, and that is the unyielding body armor. So I'm quickly going to pick 3 pieces of unyielding: the chest piece, the left leg, and the left arm. Now each piece of unyielding, no matter what level it is going to gain +3 to all your stats when in low health, which is exactly what a Bloodied build is, a low health build. So you're going to have these stack 3 per piece except endurance. That's excluded. So for each piece, you're going to gain +3 in all your specials except endurance. So let's equip the 3 pieces and have a look. So our strength is now at 20, which also included an extra point for the chest piece. Perception is 18. Endurance stayed the same at 10. Charisma is now 19, which also boosts some of the perk cards we can't use for sharing in groups. That's huge. Intelligence is now 12. Agility is 19. And our luck is 14. So try to find all 5 pieces of unyielding armor so you can get +15 in each of your specials except endurance. So let's see what we can do now. Now, a melee weapon is going to benefit from the increase in strength. So that went from 61 to 110, but you should see a little, if no change, on the ranged weapon. 324, I think it was 333 before. So that is why a lot of people choose to use melee weapons in PvP. It's a personal choice whether you use melee or ranged weapons, but you get the most benefit from the armor with the extra strength. Now, if you already have 15 points in strength and then you add another 15 points for the unyielding, you're rocking a pretty strong melee build. So let's take another look at the Grafton Monster, who has brought in a few helicopter friends. And for some reason it's only showing 2 to 6 points of hit damage when I should be getting about 333. So I have no idea what is going on here. It should be getting a massive hit damage. There we go. We're starting to get a little bit more. I think I was too far away, and now the gun broke. Just my luck today. So after a quick repair, let's go back out and see what we can do to finish off this Grafton Monster. And we're starting to get better numbers. I probably just have to be closer to it because it's a shotgun and I do not have a proper ranged weapon. So quickly, let's see what we're getting off the machete. Looks like 52. Now remember, it's a level 1. Okay, so we're getting 32, 52. So now I'm going to switch out. Still one of my favorite signs. Okay, Grafton Monster. Yeah. Okay, so let's finish him off. Looking like 32 per hit. And sneak around the back, and it's done. Now we're going to switch up to a level 50 Bloodied weapon. It is a melee weapon that was available in survival mode, and it's called Unstoppable Monster. Now its base damage is listed at 340. And when I equip it, 629. Now that's including the unyielding armor giving you the extra strength. Now you've seen a level 1 machete. This is a level 50 Deathclaw Gauntlet. And it is a Bloodied Deathclaw Gauntlet. So let's find something to kill. Okay, you're going to watch the hit points, or the damage per hit that I'm going to do on the Super Mutant. $1,247 with 1 hit. Now remember, it's including the unyielding armor giving me the extra strength. So this is your combination that you can use for a Bloodied build. Remember, mutations, perk cards, weapons, and armor in combination give you a really, really strong Bloodied build. And if you tune in to the next episode, I'm going to show you how to take out another player in PvP if that other player has a Bloodied build. The best weapons to use. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you out in the world.